garage. So today I'm going to be finally doing the fender eliminator on my R6. So this one happens to be an '07, but they're all about the same, at least after '05. So this is a cheap kit, whatever the heck that said, Zytome. But anyways, I'll be doing that. I'll be putting in these LED lights as long as they work okay to get rid of these bulky things. I just happen to have those laying around. So first thing you're going to want to do is take your rear seat off and unplug these wires that go down into there. So these are probably the taillight light or the license plate light, and then the blinkers are these. Oop, really hard to do one-handed. Anyways, you just pick up this tab here, and then it slides apart. Boom. Making dad sounds. Anyways. And just like that, that's off. Then we're going to loosen or take out those 4 bolts, and the whole fender should come out. Right, it's kind of hard to get to these front ones with the rear seat hardware there. So if you got like a wobble ball Allen wrench, it would make life a little easier. But nevertheless, you can get it off with what we got. Right here, simple toolkit. Heck, there might even be something in the factory toolkit. I don't know. But anyways, break those all loose, and I'm going to take that off, and you're just going to want to make sure you support the weight of this as it comes out. Okay, with all the bolts out, you can just gently and gingerly pull that out. So that's the fender off. And you can see there's a few different kits out there that move them like down here somewhere. Then you need a block off for here. So I figured, it doesn't really hurt to have one sitting here at the back. But I'll show you the kit real quick. See, it should look just like that. So pretty simple. We're going to bolt this on first, and then there's plenty of room to route the wires up and into the bike. Should have mentioned this. Put the license plate on, or license plate light on beforehand, but make sure you put a dab of blue Loctite, because everything on a bike kind of rattles and can come loose. So a little blue Loctite helps that. Okay, so you can just bolt it on just like that. I decided to use the factory hardware because those ones were especially long. But anyways, so once you get that on, you can feed a little bit of this heat shrink tubing they included over the wires, just so everything down here is, blacked out and looking good. All right, so first snag, not a big deal, but these little terminal things that are on the end of it, they're the wrong size. So, it's pretty common for this to happen. I don't know if China has a different standard than we do, but anyways, but that's good because it gives us an opportunity to shorten these wires down to where they need to be. So we'll do that, and I always like to take, sorry about my finger. I always like to take the little plastic bits off these just so they look cleaner when I do it. All right, so we got the license plate light installed, looking nice. Time for the turn signals. So I'm using these ones that I just literally had laying around. It actually came off the front of the bike. But anyways, so this has a hole for the factory stuff, so you can break that out and use that, or you can use the aftermarkets through this hole. I was going to use the factory stuff till I found a set of aftermarkets that I liked, but I didn't want to punch that out, then have to deal with making a plate to back it or whatever later. So I'm just putting these in, and we'll see if I like them or not. All right, so I got the first turn signal wired up. So I got it coming up there. And I have these adapters laying around. So it's the black and white and red wires. In this case, it ended up being wired backwards. So the red is actually the black wire, and the black wire is actually the yellow wire. That's because these are LEDs and they only work in one polarity versus the incandescent bulbs that come in them work in either one. But I'll show you. Now we got some hyper flash going on, but as long as you get signals, that's all I really care about for now. You can get modules that delete that, or that get rid of that, but that is always an option. All right, and we got the other one going too. So we are all good. We can just put our license plate on, and she's good to go. Everything looks pretty solid. I wish they did something to kind of, plug this hole, but either way. So there's also some zip ties, so I can do some wire management here in a second and make everything look all nice and clean. Well, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to see more on this beauty.